Somebody had to say it, so I'm saying.
This is going to be one of, if not the best offensive teams in the league, this Laker roster. This team is going to make the playoffs.
Game 4 against the Thunder. LeBron's starting 5 getting swept. Watch this lineup carefully because it's about to disappear forever. LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, Austin Reaves. Hours later, swept out of the playoffs. Nobody was surprised. This roster had reached its limit. But nobody predicted what came next. 1 month later, 4 of these 5 men were simply gone. Not benched, not traded for depth pieces, erased completely from the franchise. This wasn't roster tweaking, this was a total teardown. One decision shut the door on an entire era, burned through years of future draft capital, and quietly transferred control to a brand new franchise player. The Lakers you knew no longer exist.
Somebody had to say it, so I'm saying it. Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with
that? LeBron has informed the Lakers that after 8 seasons and a title together, they can move on without him.
LeBron James has informed the Los Angeles Lakers that he is moving on. He told the Lakers.
LeBron's exit, career stats, final season with the Lakers. Before looking at the new arrivals, understand what actually left. On June 30th, 6 hours before free agency officially opened, LeBron James told the Lakers he'd finish his career elsewhere. No farewell tour, just a quiet end to 8 seasons, his longest run with any single team. A 2020 championship, banner number 17, he became the league's all-time leading scorer while wearing purple and gold. And he wasn't declining either. At 41, he still made the All-Star team, averaging 20.9 points on 51% shooting, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds. His playoff numbers actually rose, 23.2 points, 7.3 assists, 6.7 rebounds, pushing past Houston before Oklahoma City ended the run. Losing that production hurts short term, but structurally it changed everything. LeBron's timeline no longer matched a young rebuild. His exit finally created real flexibility.
Luke Kennard is gone. He is now a member of the Phoenix Suns. Marcus Smart is an unrestricted free agent, not scheduled to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. And Rui Hachimura is on the verge of leaving himself.
Marcus Smart, Kennard, Hachimura departures. If LeBron were the only loss, this wouldn't be a big story, but he wasn't. Marcus Smart declined his $5.4 million option and signed with Houston. His stats look ordinary, 9.3 points, 3 assists, 2.8 rebounds. But with Smart on the floor, the Lakers outscored opponents by 256 points. Without him, they got outscored by 112. That's not a stat line, that's a defensive identity. He guarded the toughest matchup every single night, from Kevin Durant to Kawhi Leonard to Anthony Edwards. Losing him strips the perimeter defense bare. Then Luke Kennard left too, the same bench shooter who became one of their most trusted offensive weapons after the trade deadline. 2 specialized roles gone in the same summer. Perimeter defense and bench shooting, both nearly impossible to replace cleanly. Then Rui Hachimura signed with the Clippers for 2 years, $28 million. This one stings differently. It's about chemistry. He already understood the system and had real continuity with the primary scorers. And remember, this wasn't a bad team. They reached round 2 without even having Luka available for most of it. So why let everyone else walk too?
This one, Luka and LeBron, pretty seamless. And I think that's about the reaction that everyone in LA has, which is it's Luka Dončić's team. This has been in motion really since last summer when the Lakers pitched Luka Dončić on a future with the team. Remember, he signed an extension after that trade.
Luka's non-negotiables and the flexibility created. Because none of it was random. Every move cleared space for one plan, and that plan came straight from Luka Dončić. Even before LeBron's exit was official, this had quietly become Luka's team. Once he walked, there was no ambiguity left. Every decision ran through one player now. And keeping a talent like Luka satisfied becomes the entire job. He'd already laid out exactly what he needed. A dominant pick-and-roll finishing center, perimeter defenders to cover his weaknesses, reliable outside shooting to open his passing lanes, secondary scorers to lighten his workload. That became the blueprint. And once LeBron's exit freed over $50 million in cap space, the front office finally had the money to chase it. Free agency opened, contracts flew across the league instantly. The Lakers waited. Then, in roughly 35 minutes on one Wednesday morning, it all came together. A sign-and-trade with Utah for center Walker Kessler, then rapid signings for Sandro Mamukelashvili, Quinton Grimes, and Colin Sexton. One move mattered above the rest. For years, this roster had one persistent hole, a real starting center. Everyone knew it, Luka included. All summer, two names circulated as top targets, Walker Kessler and Jalen Duren. The front office finally made their choice, and it came at a steep price.
That the Los Angeles Lakers have signed this big boy Kessler from Utah. All right, Walker Kessler from Utah, 7'2", average 14 and 10, rim protect.
Walker Kessler trade breakdown, stats, and the gamble. To land Kessler, Los Angeles sent Utah 2 future first-round picks and 2 additional swaps, then handed him a fully guaranteed 4-year, $130 million contract. A massive bet, which raises an obvious question. What exactly are they paying for? Last season alone tells you almost nothing. A torn labrum limited him to 5 games before season-ending surgery, but go back one more year and it gets interesting. In 2024-25, he averaged 11.1 points on 66% shooting, 12.2 rebounds, and 2.4 blocks nightly, one of the most disruptive interior defenders in basketball. Per Basketball Index, he ranked in the 97th percentile in rim deterrence, 90th in rim disruption, and 99th in overall rim protection. Offensively, he sat in the 89th percentile in screen assists and 90th in roll man possessions. That's an elite rim protector, a screen setter who creates advantages, and a lob threat who punishes defenses vertically. Essentially, the exact center Luka has always thrived alongside. He's turned average rim runners into stars for years through pick and roll. Now he gets one of the league's most disruptive young defenders. Kessler covers Luka's defensive gaps. Luka hands him the easiest looks of his career. The cost was steep. 2 firsts and 2 swaps for a player coming off major injury. Fair to question if it pays off. But this front office wasn't paying for who Kessler currently is. They were paying for who he's becoming. At 24, he finally gives this franchise a real long-term center, exactly what their franchise player asked for.
This is going to be one of, if not the best offensive teams in the league, this Laker roster. When you look at what they went out and did, Sandro Mamu, like one of the best shooting bigs in the game, like him matching with Kessler Walker, right? Yeah. His ability to stretch the floor. And so when you think about Quinton Grimes, this team is going to make the playoffs.
Grimes, Sexton, Mamukelashvili, and the draft pick. Kessler wasn't the final piece, though. With Smart and Cornad gone, the backcourt looked thin, so depth became priority one. Enter Quinton Grimes, signed for 4 years, $60 million. Last season, he averaged 13.4 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 3.3 assists on 45% shooting across 75 games, hitting 20-plus points 15 times, including a 31-point outburst against Portland. Back in Dallas, the Mavericks posted 120.7 points per 100 possessions with Grimes and Luka sharing the floor. Small sample, real signal. He also brings youth, athleticism, and defensive flexibility, capable of absorbing much of what Smart used to handle. One question still remained, though. Who runs the offense when Luka rests? That was this roster's ugliest issue last season. Everything stalled the second Dončić sat down. So instead of another point guard, they grabbed a pure scorer in Colin Sexton, who averaged 15.4 points, 3.3 assists, and 2.3 rebounds last season on 48.5% shooting and over 40% from 3. Grimes and Sexton fixed the backcourt. Sandro Mamukelashvili fixed the front court, signed for 4 years, $52 million after averaging 11.2 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 38.9% three-point shooting, finishing 6th in 6th Man of the Year voting. He stretches the floor and lets the Lakers run 2 bigs without killing spacing. Even the draft matched the theme, taking guard Cameron Carr at 24, already flashing serious shot-making in Summer League. None of this came free, though. Los Angeles now owes roughly $475 million combined to Luka, Reaves, and Kessler over the coming years. They opened free agency with over $50 million in cap space, and almost none of it remains. Barely any tradable assets are left either. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City and San Antonio got better while protecting their future. This roster isn't built around who LeBron used to be anymore. It's built entirely around who Luka Dončić is right now. Smartest reset in years, or the gamble that defines an era? We start finding out in October. Subscribe, because this Lakers story is just getting started.